Hey guys, Justin here. So I haven't really recorded any videos from my bedroom in quite a while, and I definitely took it upon myself to clean up a little because I wanted to do something a little bit different today. So if you remember back in 2021, I believe, I made a video where I was revisiting the 4th generation iPod Touch and just kind of giving a walkthrough of what I was doing then. So I thought of doing something kind of similar now. Last week, I was scrolling on eBay and I came across an iPod Nano, and I was thinking to myself, yeah, why not? Originally, I did have this iPod Nano, which was actually my mom's, but it stopped working after a while, and I really wanted to use one like this again because I really enjoyed the interface of it, and this version includes a video camera on the back of the iPod. And so with this one being broken, I decided to purchase a new one for like $20 plus shipping. And so I got an iPod Nano. This iPod Nano was released in September 2009 alongside the 3rd generation iPod Touch, a thinner iPod Classic, and the launch of iTunes 9. And this is pretty similar to the 4th generation iPod Nano, where it had the same widescreen interface and the click wheel, where you would place your finger up on it and then you were able to scroll through menu options before touch interfaces became more commonplace. And then in the center of the wheel, click it to browse through. I'm going to give you a further look. So I figured going handheld for this would work much better. It's what it is. So you use the click wheel to go through the iPod's screen, if I can find a way to hold it down. And this one, just like the other iPod Nanos before it, was able to have video playback. I made this one video earlier today.
Hello, this is a test video. This might be on Justin's YouTube channel.
You could also put photos onto this iPod and then look at them through here too. Podcasts that you had downloaded from iTunes, you can put them onto here. And this also included a radio, which I wish they would put this back on iPods nowadays. I need headphones for this to actually work. And then the highlight, the video camera. So just like the older iPhones, you're presented with this. This video camera was a highlight of using this iPod Nano. So back when I used this iPod Nano, I recorded a lot of videos on here, and there's still some that I've actually saved that I watch back from time to time just to see how silly my younger self was. And I thought I could kind of continue that now and record videos through here. So I'll give a test video. This is the video quality from the iPod Nano 5th generation. Whoops. I've been having issues with this where the iPod doesn't stay on for long enough and it shut off on me. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that to happen, but you know, you get what you pay for. Let's see if I can actually watch that video back. This is the video quality from the iPod Nano 5th generation. The audio is very tinny on this thing. For 2009, it's not terrible. So, I actually went out earlier today, and in addition to getting this iPod from my mailbox, I went to Staples, and miraculously, I was able to find an old iPod connector, which for this is the 30-pin to USB cable. And here it is, fresh out of the box, 14 years later. After 2012, all Apple devices stopped using the 30-pin connector and then switched over to the Lightning one that was used up until recently, the iPhone 15, which finally switched over to USB-C. And my iPad uses USB-C, and my MacBook. But now with all these USB-C devices that I have to get an adapter for the USB-A cables so they can go into USB-C. And since this device is over 14 years old, I'm not sure like how compatible it's going to be with the menu options on my MacBook, because the MacBook doesn't use iTunes anymore. Oh, it does show up. So in the top right corner above Heim, you can see it says iPod, and that was the previous owner who I'm going to blur out. When you open it up on desktop, DCIM, which is the video files that I recorded. This is the one that I recorded earlier. This is the video quality from... And how I cut off there before I even had a chance to talk. Alright. So if I can get this device to behave, I'm actually considering making a short film on this. So while I had this iPod plugged in, I actually put a song on here. And this is the cover of the song Beautiful Dreamer that I recorded a while back. Is this a shameless plug? Maybe. Do I care? No. A little piece of me is inside this iPod. And a little piece of this iPod? I'm kidding. And just for spits and giggles, I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to turn on. Because it's been years since I've actually... The screen's white? I'm not sure if it's going to do anything, but I'm surprised that it actually did turn on. Even though the screen is not on, it did read what was on this iPod. And I'm so surprised because I thought that this thing was just kaput. Honestly, all I'm looking for is all these videos. Oh my god. I recorded these videos between 2011 and 2012. So there's like 5 gigabytes worth of video on this thing. Also, I have this quick check sandwich and some ketchup chips that I've been wanting to eat, but I've been too busy recording this video to actually bother eating.
Let's go on our secret security video camera that we put inside the evil animals lair. The evil fortress, right across the street. I knew we had to be very cheap and get the floor full of water. We got a brilliant plan this time. I'm gonna do it anyway. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Ah! Oh, girl. Yeah! Come on, come.
So it's the next day, and I tried to do another video test on this thing, and it refused to record for longer than 5 seconds, so there goes my hopes of making a short film on this iPod Nano, and I also have the older one with me too. So it looks like I'm going to still make a short film, but use these as props somehow and still trying to incorporate some video into it, recorded on the iPod Nano specifically. Water, hydrogen, and oxygen molecules together. What you see behind me is what's referred to as a brook, which is not quite a river, but a smaller version of a river. And this one has water actively running through it. Thank you for joining me on this latest episode. So today, we are exploring bits of wildlife, and this area is actually pretty dangerous, so you need a mode of transportation to get you out if you really need to. Luckily, this thing, very, very reliable. You know, I'd hate to be the poor sucker who has a broken car out here, because if that happens, I'm screwed. So now, we're gonna look for some wildlife. You may have heard a minute ago where I said that it's very dangerous, but I'm an experienced wildlife person, so I know what I'm doing. So the best way to know how to spot wildlife nearby is with one of these things. I think it's called a hydrant. I don't know, sounds pretty French to me. And you can also tell because of these things here. You never know what type of wildlife went to go eat one of those things. Who knows what they might have had. I've made it far enough on this trail where I can't even see where civilization begins. Quite a shame. Well, it looks like I will have to set up camp here for tonight. I should be fine for the next hour because the sun doesn't set for a little while. As long as I don't encounter any sort of dangerous wildlife. It's funny, I originally came out here because I wanted to experience some wildlife, but I didn't end up finding any. It seems like something's chasing after me now. Alright, I think I'm safe. Oh no. This type of animal is the most frightening out of all of them. The podcaster. The way that you can tell that this is a podcaster, he has a clip-on microphone and a video camera. Beavers don't normally have that, so you gotta be really quiet when approaching them. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to The Damn Business, my podcast. Alright, I had to go in from the side in order to not startle him. I don't think he's noticed me. I wonder what it is with all these humans that like to go on nature walks, try to ruin our land. As a defense mechanism, they'll try to say anything in order to get you away from them. Alright, and now for our sponsor for today. He took my camera. Well, at least I have audio backup of this podcast. Alright, now for today's sponsor. Come on, dude. Alright, so his defenses are down now. He's getting angry because I took his equipment away from him. So, let's see if we can form some sort of interaction with this. How am I ever going to become an influencer now? Oh, ah! Alright, I caught him. Safe. Excuse me, sir, do you know who I am? Wait until my lawyer hears about this. You have to pay for all that equipment that you stole from me, okay? Sometimes the best way to keep him quiet, just give him some water. And because I also got to pay for his equipment, let's give him my wallet for when the time comes. It also makes for a good pillow. There's also another way that you can deal with an angry podcast beaver. Hey, podcast beaver. Yeah? Instead of living out here in the woods, would you like to move to Los Angeles? Yeah, sure, why not? Awesome. And just like that, you become business partners. You know, first I gotta tell my family about this, but other than that, yeah, I'm good. And then with that, you can give him his equipment back. I have no idea where your microphone went, but here's your camera. And with that, that's how you deal with a podcast beaver. Thank you for watching the latest episode. Alright, now it's time to Los Angeles. This might take a while.